Fans of the Roomba will be excited to hear that iRobot has just released its first new robot vacuum in years, the iRobot Roomba J7 Plus. I'm Erin from TechGadgetsCanada.com, and the J7 Plus keeps up the Roomba tradition of smart floor sweepers, but this latest version, much to my surprise, does not add mopping functions, though it does have some thoughtful redesign touches as well as new smarts.
I recently received a sample of the iRobot Roomba J7 Plus with clean-based dirt disposal to test and review in my home.
I'll tell you what's new and if it seems improved, how well the bot cleans, how well the new features work, and if I can recommend this robot for your home cleaning needs. An early heads up, if you end up liking this video and finding it helpful, to please mash that like button and do consider subscribing. Both those things do help me keep making more videos that I hope everyone out there gets to watch, enjoy, and learn from.
For this bot to work effectively, you first need it to map your space. Essentially, your Roomba will go out all over your house and use its cameras and sensors to draw an accurate floor plan of your home. Then you can use that to do room-specific cleaning.
Creating the smart map will take several passes. You can make this happen all in one day by repeatedly sending your bot out on suctionless mapping missions, or you can just instruct it to go out and clean over a few days. The app will tell you when it's had enough time in your house to generate that automatic map.
Next up, you'll view the map and label your rooms. This will essentially involve putting dividers between rooms or spaces and assigning each room a label, and I can say my bot did a really good and accurate job of mapping my space. In the box, you get the round Roomba robot, the newly redesigned clean-based dirt disposal unit, plus a cord, 2 sealed dirt disposal bags, and an extra corner brush and extra filter. The overall design is similar to other iRobot Roombas. The navigation camera, though, is now located on the front rather than the top, and this helps the J7 steer itself more accurately, according to iRobot, as well as providing photo information, and we'll get to some more on that later. The bot moves a lot more quietly, and this version can also turn off the vacuum mode while it's traveling between cleaning areas. It's also supposed to see its environment better, so it doesn't need to bump forcefully into your furniture and baseboards, according to iRobot. The new J7 Plus boasts a shorter, clean-based disposal unit, designed to fit under a table now and keep it more out of sight. Fluted panels give the design a bit more interest, and a leather pull tab on the base also softens the look. The bags in the clean base will hold all the dirt from your robot, so you never need to touch the dustbin to empty it. Each bag should hold about 60 bin emptyings before needing to be swapped out. The robot itself also has a bit of a new look. Instead of the all-black plastic, there's now the addition of a spun metal center.
Let's dig in on the new features. iRobot has most of them focused on how well this bot cleans, and a significant part of the development budget went to improving hazard recognition.
The engineers spent a lot of time and energy training Roomba to both identify and avoid commonly dropped items, things like headphones, cables, socks, and underwear.
More importantly for pet owners, iRobot promises the J7 Plus here will avoid solid pet waste, we'll call it. That means no more poop-op floor art smeared across a canvas like your floor when you get home for the day. iRobot tells me this will soon be followed by more object recognition objects, things like shoes and socks, and that'll come via a software update at some point in the near future. And that as time goes by, iRobot is going to continue to add more objects to that list of items that tend to prevent a Roomba from fully completing its work, to quote the Tragically Hip. Luckily, I have well-trained younger dogs, so the poop thing was not something I got to try firsthand. But we do have plenty of situations where dog toys, cords and cables, and yes, even underpants will end up on the floor.
In my experience using the new J7 Plus, the hazard recognition seemed to work well. I left some cords deliberately in its path and it didn't approach them and didn't get tangled. If the bot finds an unknown obstacle, it'll take a photo of what it sees and send it to your phone and then let you decide whether it should register this as a permanent or temporary hazard.
The new iRobot Roomba J7 Plus will also recognize when you're not in your space through your phone's location services and geofencing, and it can clean when you're away and stop when you return. To do this, you need to do it through the scheduling feature.
To do this, go to Schedules, then choose Create a Schedule and click on Automation at the top. You can use your location via your smartphone and then choose which areas to clean when you leave.
Another new and handy feature is estimated cleaning times. Previously, the S9 and the i7 bots would just do their thing, and you never really knew how long your robot was going to be. Estimates, though, are handy since if you've got people coming over, you can see how long it's going to take to clean the living room and the kitchen area and plan accordingly. Previous iterations of even the smarter Roombas still required you to manually set and maintain your cleaning schedule. But the new J7 Plus here can start to take note of when you repeatedly send the bot out to clean, and it'll suggest an automatic schedule so you don't always have to do it. Now, it does take a while for it to learn your habits and schedules, so I've not been presented with this option just yet.
iRobot's J7 Plus will also work in tandem with the iRobot M6 mop. Inside the app, you can choose if you want a vacuum or a vacuum followed by a mop too.
Let's get to it. How well does it clean? I put all my vacuums through the same tests. I get them to sweep up finer things like flour or sugar, middle-sized bits like rice or oatmeal, and bigger cracker pieces on both carpet and on hard floors.
The robot does a pretty good job at vacuuming, and what it might miss on one pass, it usually gets on the next. The J7 did seem a bit haphazard, but I suspect it's still in its learning phase to become more efficiently clean. Even so, one time it seemed to zero in on oatmeal crumbs, backing up and taking a couple of runs at the area like it was targeting it for a deeper clean. Reading up, I learned this is the dirt detect mode, and it was pretty cool to see it in action.
I had the hardest time trying to figure out if the new J7 Plus here does spot cleaning. Spot clean sends the robot in kind of widening circles to target a specific area wherever you put it down. There's no longer a spot clean button on this bot like on other iRobot Roomba bots, and I couldn't figure out how to do it, whether it was on the bot or in the app. I ended up making a call to iRobot customer service. They told me that the spot clean feature is no longer available in this version, but because of that advanced mapping and because of the ability to add and label certain areas within your home, that is supposed to replace the spot cleaning. For now, I did find the spot cleaning super handy when I had a spill here in the kitchen. Calling out the bot using the app and designating it to go to a certain area, hopefully one that I've already identified, does take a few extra steps, but I'm going to give it a little more time before I make a full judgment. Wondering if you should upgrade if you already have a Roomba i7 or an S9? In a word, maybe. If you think that the hazard recognition features, and perhaps in particular the poop detection, would be valuable in your home, that alone would make it worth the upgrade. While the new hazard recognition, the gentler cleaning features, smarter scheduling, and the minor redesigns here are all pretty cool, they're probably not must-haves for existing i7 Plus or S9 Plus owners. If you have a much older bot or no robot vacuum at all, the new J7 Plus here gives you plenty of reasons to make the jump now. Overall, the J7 Plus is the first major evolution for Roomba in years. The hazard recognition feature is vastly improved, and with the opportunity to review what the bot is seeing as a hazard, you can help make it even smarter. It keeps the bot from getting stuck or tangled, meaning your robot will complete more jobs for you. This robot cleans very well, and I do like the new design. It is a bit less industrial. iRobot bots are super easy to set up and schedule, and they are very user-friendly overall. They also, in my experience, very rarely get stuck. What are the downsides? Well, it does take a few passes to get your space mapped, and early on in your bot's life, it won't be as thorough, deliberate, or as good as it'll be the more you use it and the more it learns your space. So, patience, grasshopper. The other downside is that if you want mopping capabilities, you do still need a second iRobot mopping bot, which can weigh heavily on the household budget. But overall, I really like having an iRobot robot in my home, and I can recommend it for you. The Roomba J7 Plus robot vacuum with clean base automatic dirt disposal sells for about 1,049 Canadian dollars. And the Roomba J7 robot vacuum without the clean base can also be had by itself for $7.99 Canadian. You can get it from iRobot's website. If you want to read this review or reference any of what I've talked about, head over to techgadgetscanada.com where I've got a full write-up posted. There you can ask me any questions you have. You can also post them here in comments below. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Erin. Until the next time, you can find me on either Twitter or Instagram. I'm at ErinLYYC. You can also always reach me through Facebook at facebook.com/techgadgetscanada.